dropping into the AR. Incoming. Okay, drop, headed your way.
They almost had me.
Ignore that, please. Holy shit.
Use your tac map to hunt down the rest of them.
They almost had me.
Hello, pick that up.
Marking the rest of that squad on your tac map. Get hunting.
They almost had me. They almost had me.
We've got 10 squads active in the... You've made it to the top 6. Enemy dropping into the AO.
Changing mags.
No ammo, bro. What the fuck?
Enemy destroyed. Use your tac map to hunt down the rest of them.
What the hell are you doing?
Black Ops is better than this.
Target down. Marking the rest of them. We've located the rest of them. Good kill. Marking the rest of that squad on your tac map. Get hunting. Enemy soldier incoming.
Damn! I got PA'd, bruh.
Watch the side.
No one's beyond my reach. Reinforcing armor. Changing mags.
Thank you.
Use your tac map to hunt down the rest of them. Get ready. Resurgence window is about to close.
Changing mags.
Not my kill, you hate to see
They
it.
almost had me.
Hunt them down. Squad's in the safe zone.
Reinforcing armor.
Marking the rest of them.
for
Marking
that.
the rest of that squad on your attack map. Get hunting. Remaining operators in that squad. Hunt them down.
They almost had me.
Enemy dropping eliminate threats. Secure
Changing
supply
mag.
caches. Target progress.
You were never a factor. They almost had me. Changing mag.
Two pages to the top five.
They almost had me.
Still operational with the AR.
Better than this.
3 squads left in the war zone. Stay alert.
They almost had me.
Holy shit, I didn't even mean to press that.
Get your squad to the safe zone. Leave no one behind.
Available for tasking. Tagging requesting UAV tasking. Healing up. They almost had me. Changing mag.
Head to the safe zone. Gas is moving.
No fuel, no fuel. UAV RTB.
Bro.
Take what's yours.
40 kills, damn! To start off the settings, we're going to go into the graphics. For PC, just put everything on as low as possible. Uncap your frame rate. If you're using cap frame rate, you're kind of cringe. Nothing really I have here is worth like noting or copying down. If you are on console, I will say though, use Fidelity Cast. This is very good for visibility, so I would turn that on if you're on console. In terms of FOV, set that to anything between 105 and 120. If you're, if you're newer to higher FOVs, I would keep it on the lower end of that, 105, 110. 120 is like a little bit ridiculous, especially if you're playing on like a TV. But I'm like, a foot away from my monitor, so I have that shit on 120. I like being able to see as much as possible. ADS field of view should be affected, so you get less visual recoil as the gun's more zoomed out. Same with weapon field of view, that should be wide. Motion blur needs to be off entirely. Turn that all the way off. Camera movement as low as possible, 50%. Inverted flashbang, personal preference. I don't like getting flashbanged and like getting blinded immediately, so you know I have that on, but that's personal preference. I have telemetry on so I can see my FPS and my network connection and shit like that. Again, console players won't have this, but color customization. Now, this is big for console players because you guys do not have NVIDIA filters on console. So what I would do is I'd go to the color filter, click filter 2, and you could do interface as well, but most importantly is world color intensity. This makes the game look better. That's kind of it. Gameplay HUD, all of this should be default. You should also put crosshair lines on and the dot on static. You should put crosshair on static just entirely. Colors, personal preference. I like this like teal blue color. Again, that's just me. Audio. Have this absolutely maxed out. You want to be able to hear everything. Lowering it's kind of like worthless, especially in this game. The game's not that loud, so I would have it maxed out. Dialogue volume you can turn down a little bit. You don't need to hear the announcer chirping in your ear all game. Music absolutely must be turned off. There's no reason to have music turned on. Scrolling down further, I have enhanced headphone mode on. Personally, I don't really notice that much of a difference with it on or off. I have it on because it's been on. That's kind of it. I have Sucker Punch audio mix, so it makes like footsteps sound more crunchy and gunshots sound more punchy. Mouse and key settings, I play mouse very frequently on this game. I have my mouse sensitivity at 2.85 and my ADS sensitivity at 1.05. That's just kind of how my preference is. I'll put the DPI on the screen as well. I don't really have any like unique keybinds except for the fact that I have sliding bound to one of my mouse buttons. My controller settings. So largely I have mostly everything on default. For context, I use a DualSense Edge controller. My stick sensitivity is 1.65 on both sticks. In Black Ops 6, it was 1.8, but I had to lower it because of the nerfed aim assist. I wouldn't go with crazy high sensitivity on controller. It's kind of pointless. You can still outmaneuver people on a much lower sensitivity. You just got to be, locked in. But yeah, if you were playing on something higher in Black Ops 6, I would lower it. To like compare this to like Modern Warfare games, this is like around a 6.6 sensitivity. It's not exactly, but it's like as close as you can get to the actual number. Now I come down here, it says vibrations on. That's not true. On my DS4 Windows, it's turned off. But anyway, I'll turn it off here anyway. Do not have vibration on. It's just a distraction. Literally turn it off. You're out of your mind if you have it on. In terms of dead zones, I have left stick min at 0 and right stick min at 0. The lower this is, the better. Obviously, if you have like insane stick drift, you can like increase it, but I like responsive sticks, so I got that shit on 0. For the left stick max, this is the movement stick. I got that lowered down to 50, so I don't have to move it as far to fully sprint. That's personal preference, but that's how I enjoy it. Going into the aiming settings, we have sensitivity multipliers and stuff. This is not quite right, but basically ADS sensitivity multiplier, I have that at 0.95 here, but you'll see in the advanced settings. Obviously have aim assist turned on. You're kind of trolling if you don't have aim assist turned on. My ADS sensitivity transition is instant. I have my response curve on dynamic, which you should. And I have that slope scale at 1. I used to do 0.8 in MW3 and Black Ops 6. I had 0.8. With the nerfed aim assist, I think it's better to have it as 1. Again, personal preference really, but you should be using dynamic response curve. And then we got custom sensitivity per zoom. On the lower zooms, it's 0.95, and then as it increases in zoom, it slowly increases in the actual sensitivity. In terms of movement, have sprint assist on. There's no reason to be constantly like spamming your left stick to, sprint. Have that turned on, have the sprint delay all the way down. Mantle assist should be off. Crouch assist should be off. Wall jump assist, I would have that off. You don't want to accidentally bounce off of walls when you're not trying to. Slide dive behavior, I have tap to slide on, which means I have to hold to dolphin dive. If you're like trying to do quick inputs, I would not do that, obviously. I would put this onto hybrid, but I use DS4 Windows, I use macros, that kind of interferes. Automatic airborne mantle should be off. It should not be on. I don't know why it's on. Sprint restore, turn that on, obviously. Slide maintain sprint, turn that on, obviously. Kind of trolling to not do that. It's basically, these two settings here are basically automatically canceling your slide for you. If you just press circle once, it'll eventually at the end of a slide just cancel it properly and you maintain everything. Wall jump activation should be press. Again, you want to hit these things as fast as possible. Interact reload behavior. I prioritize interact for the doors. You can close doors and like outplay people by spamming those, so definitely prioritize interact if you're playing like BR. If you're playing multiplayer, definitely have reload prioritized. It just basically depends on that. And those are all of my settings. If you want to see a commentary video to like, you know, break down what I'm doing in each match, let me know in the comments and I'll make one.